Good morning, students. We have already started the chapter number 2, that is nutrition in animals, and we have done with the digestive system of humans. So today we are going to start the digestive systems of herbivorous animals. Herbivorous animals, what are they? Yes, a plant eaters which eats plants only. Students, do you know plant is made up of a very special carbohydrates called cellulose. प्लांट्स जो होते हैं उनकी जो वॉल होती है एक बड़े स्पेशल कार्बोहाइड्रेट की बनी होती है जिसका नाम होता है सेलुलोज, और इसको डाइजेस्ट करने के लिए वी रिक्वायर द सेलुलेज सिक्रीटिंग बाय सम बैक्टीरियाज. कुछ बैक्टीरियाज ये एंजाइम सिक्रीट करते हैं जिससे सेलुलोज डाइजेस्ट हो जाता है. But in humans, this enzymes is not secreted. Human में ये एंजाइम सिक्रीट नहीं होता, इसलिए हम सेलुलोज को डाइजेस्ट नहीं कर सकते. सो अब हम देखते हैं कि हर्बीवोरस एनिमल्स अब प्लांट्स कैसे और ये सेलुलोज कैसे डाइजेस्ट करते हैं अपनी बॉडी में. Now students, have you ever seen the cows chewing the grass continuously? Yes, cows quickly swallow the grass and this goes to their stomach. This stomach consists of 4 parts. The largest one is the rumen. Next we have a reticulum. Then we have omasum and abomasum. So they are consist of 4 parts. Now what happens, students? Cow immediately swallow the grass and it goes to the first part of the largest part of the stomach, that is rumen, and then it moves to the second part that is known as reticulum. Where it get partially digested. In both the part of the stomach it is partial. Now students, this partially digested food goes back to the mouth where the cow chewed it again. This what the cow chews continuously and it seems to be like they are munching. ऐसा लगता है कि सारा टाइम मुंह में कुछ चबा ही रही है. और this food, that partially digested food, we call it curd. उसे curd कहते हैं. And the process is known as rumination. इस प्रोसेस को rumination कहा गया है. फूड पहले स्टमक में जाता है, स्टमक में डाइजेस्ट होता है और वो डाइजेस्टेड फूड वापस मुंह पे आता है. इस प्रोसेस को वी कॉल इट rumination. और ऐसे एनिमल्स जो rumination करते हैं उसे हम कहते हैं ruminants. एग्जाम्पल्स आर जिराफ, cow, horses, goat. These are the ruminants. These animals are called ruminants. Up now the food is being digested, chewed properly, and again it goes back to the stomach. But now this time it goes to the third part of the stomach that is known as omasum. It goes to the third part. Then it goes to the abomasum. That is the fourth part of the stomach. It goes to the fourth part of the stomach, and here some parts of the cellulose get digested. Now it moves to the small intestine, and then one more thing, student. Between the small intestine and large intestine there is a bag like structure is there which is known as cecum. Yes, it is known as cecum. Here the bacteria are present which help in the digestion of cellulose. Remember students, this bacteria is not present in the human beings. ये बैक्टीरिया ह्यूमन बींग्स में नहीं होता, इसलिए हमारे स्टमक, हमारे डाइजेस्टिव सिस्टम में या हमारे में सेलुलोज डाइजेस्ट नहीं हो पाता. इट्स ओनली व्हेन डाइजेस्टेड इन द हर्बीवोरस एनिमल्स. हैव यू एवर सीन द ह्यूमन बींग्स आर टेकिंग द ग्रास या ईटिंग द ग्रास? नो, दे आर नॉट. वी कैनॉट डाइजेस्ट द grasses. Only these herbivorous animals can able to digest because they have some bacteria that helps in the digestion of the cellulose. This is all about the digestion of herbivorous animals. So now students, what we have seen that most of the animals follow the Holozoic mode of nutrition. Not only the human beings as well as herbivorous animals also follow that. Even not monoscopic animals also follow this mode of nutrition. The one of the example we have is the amoeba, that is the unicellular organism. Unicellular means it is made up of only one cells. Actually, amoeba lives in the ponds and it is surrounded by this cell membrane. You can see that it is able to constantly change its cell membrane, and this cell membrane helps in the locomotion as well as help in the capturing of food. So these are actually known as pseudopodia. इन्हें pseudopodia कहते हैं. Pseudopodia means, pseudo means false and podia means feet. So these are actually not a feet but they work like a feet. आपके पैरों की तरह काम करते हैं, हेल्प इन द लोकोमोशन, बट पैर नहीं है, इसलिए इसको नाम दिया गया है pseudopodia. These are known as pseudopodia. Now students, question arises, how this amoeba follow the Holozoic mode of nutrition? We all know that in Holozoic mode of nutrition, 5 steps have been followed. That is, the first one is digestion, then digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Now we will going to see how these steps is being followed in the amoeba. Let's have a look. Now you can see that this is amoeba made up of single cells and these are known as pseudopodia. These are known as pseudopodia. Amoeba feeds on actually a microscopic organism like bacteria and fungi. When the food comes in contact, when this food comes in contact, the pseudopodia immediately surrounds it around the food particle, and this space, this empty space is known as food vacuole. This is known as food vacuole. Pseudopodia आपस में फ्यूज टुगेदर हो जाएंगे और फूड पार्टिकल को क्या कर लेंगे, ट्रैप कर लेंगे, और ये जो खाली जगह है स्टूडेंट्स, दे आर नोन एज फूड वैक्यूल. अब इस फूड वैक्यूल से डाइजेस्टिव जूसेस स्टार्टेड सिक्रीटिंग. द डाइजेस्टिव जूसेस स्टार्ट सिक्रीटिंग आउट देयर and due to that these particles get digested and get being absorbed by the cells and get being absorbed by the cells. Now it is being getting absorbed by the cells. So you can able to see that how the absorption is taking place, and by taking that cells they convert it into energy. They convert it into energy, and this process we call it the assimilation. We call it the assimilation. Now the undigested food, what will happen, यहाँ से cell membrane breaks हो जाएगी and it get been out of that cell. Now they say there is a rupture of cell membrane. Now this particle moves out of the cells. So this is known as egestion. This is known as egestion. So students, we have seen that all 5 steps have been followed in the amoeba. All 5 steps have been followed. So that's why amoeba follows the Holozoic mode of nutrition. So this is all the end of your chapter. Thank you students.